The new inflation data is in the USA, and it is not awesome. US consumer inflation prices soared once again, hitting 9.1%. Inflation globally running completely out of control. I want to break down this situation for you in today's video and also talk about whether or not we are starting to see inflation peak here at 9.1% and what that might actually mean for markets. My name's Lark. I make videos talking about investing. Now, if you do like that topic, then please consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, if you are tired of inflation, tired of talking about inflation, tired of inflation bumping up the prices and everything, then take out your frustration by smashing the like button. Don't worry, it doesn't feel pain, so smash it all you want. Now, okay, serious time. Let's get into this. So, the news is out. After the White House basically said on Tuesday that inflation data was going to be extremely elevated when it was released, so to be prepared for that. Well, on Wednesday, that's what we got. Inflation blasted higher, reaching 9.1%, up from 8.8% in the month of May. That's bad news for markets, although markets have actually not reacted very harshly to this news. In fact, prices are going up for many parts of the market. Stocks had a little tick up. Bitcoin's got a little tick up. Matic, pumping. I feel like much of this was already priced in, so really there was no huge market panic as we normally saw. Investors were kind of getting ready for this. Investors even starting to get excited that maybe this could be the peak. Yeah, inflation's up, but maybe this is the top. Taking a closer look at the inflation data, some of the biggest movers were gasoline, which rose 11.2% in June. That, of course, affects everything because everything moves on trucks and ships and planes. We also saw food prices rising by 1% in June, but that's just kind of the average across hundreds of different food items. Cereals were up 2.5%, bread was up 1.6%, rent prices also increased by 0.8% in June. Some prices, though, they are starting to cool. For example, we had airline fares, which actually fell by 1.8%. Bacon fell by 1.9%. But they're still much higher than they were this time last year, even the ones that are starting to come down a little bit. By the way, if we are using the old metrics of calculating inflation, then current inflation would actually be at a 75-year high at around 17%. But that sounds too damn scary. So guess what? Instead of using the same math they used 75 years ago, they just changed the equation. Makes it all seem less severe and a little easier to manage the numbers that way. By the way, just so you guys in the USA don't feel too bad about your 9.1% inflation, here's a map of inflation across Europe. Spain, over 10%. Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, what are you guys doing over there? It's like 20% inflation in all three of those countries. Yikes. That's devastating levels of inflation. But if you expand out, the numbers become even more shocking. Most of the countries here, of course, are the basket case countries. Lebanon, Sudan, Zimbabwe, Venezuela, Syria, all triple-digit inflation. Turkey down there at number 6, like 79% inflation. Crazy stuff right now. Inflation at this point is like a plague of locusts flying around the world, devouring household wealth. Some countries are simply being hit worse than others, but no one is really escaping this madness. Now, by this point, you might be thinking, okay, internet man, that's all fine and dandy, but what does this mean for my bottom line, for my investment bags? When will my Bitcoin moon? When will my Tesla stocks finally recover? Well, to answer those questions, we need to talk about, of course, the big question, which is, has inflation actually peaked? And if it has peaked, well, then how fast could it cool down? Well, I'm going to answer that for you in just a moment, but I'm just going to interrupt the flow real quick to let you know that right now we're actually running a special on the Wealth Mastery Investor Report, a 33% discount if you sign up for a 3-month subscription. So of course, in that, you're going to get twice weekly emails to your inbox, including our no BS altcoin reviews, portfolio updates, NFT mints, token sales, airdrops, tips, tricks, much, much more. Use the link down below to take advantage of this limited time offer. Okay, let's switch gears back here. Let's dig into the question of whether or not inflation is peaking and if 9.1% is the highest that it's going to go in the USA. Now, we use the USA as a key reference point because obviously it's the biggest economy in the world and the dollar is the oil of the global economy, if you will. Well, as mentioned, the biggest increases were seen in food and energy. But here's the deal. Since late June, prices have actually been decreasing. Now, it happened too late in June to affect the June CPI data, but oil is down 18%, wheat is down 13%. So others like corn and soy also down as well. This alone should be enough to see the inflation numbers potentially dropping for July, which, of course, we won't actually find out until mid-August whether that's the case or not. But still, these key commodity prices falling is a sign that we're likely to see inflationary pressures decreasing right along with that. I think we can also expect another big interest rate hike coming in from the Federal Reserve after today's, big spike in inflation. So Fed fund traders are speculating on a full 1% interest rate rise on July 27th when the Fed next meets, with a 0.75% increase now seen as the less likely option. Either one of those is a damn big increase and should serve as basically a sledgehammer to the markets, to inflation, when combined with, of course, falling commodity prices. The fears for investors right now are starting to become that while inflation could be coming down, that it might actually remain quite high for a long time. See, if it goes down from 9 to 6%, 6% still really high. But what does history tell us about how fast inflation can, correct back downwards once it starts trending downwards? Well, this chart here shows that in the majority of cases, once inflation actually peaks, that it tends to drop relatively fast. I'm talking 6 to 12 months to get back to some kind of normalish sounding numbers, maybe 3, 4%, 2.5%, something like that. But even then, we could still be looking at, 3.8% by the end of the year, which is what the Fed was predicting before this latest inflation increase. That is still the current forecast, though, and that's actually twice their 2% target. But once we get the inflation under control, then, of course, we start talking about, a recession coming. The odds of a soft landing are now said to only be around 10%, which won't be made any better if we get a 1% interest rate hike in 2 weeks. Remember, they are trying to forcefully cool everything off, and sometimes that just involves throwing you in a cold lake or something. Now, what's all that mean for your investments? Well, for starters, no new highs for Bitcoin anytime soon, unless something truly dramatic happens. Although if we do start seeing some real, movement here on inflation, then we could finally set up for a major relief rally. And this is not going to be just for crypto, because as we know, crypto has been a slave to the movements of the equity markets for last 18 months approximately. So a slowing of inflation, if confirmed next month, could actually kick off a rally in both equities and, of course, in crypto. Now, as usual, my plan has not changed a great deal here. Keep investing, keep buying Bitcoin every single week, keep nibbling away at a few choice altcoins, keep buying certain stocks, keep a strong cash position though, not going all in, right? I'm taking my time, dollar cost averaging. I'm proceeding with caution in these markets, but I'm definitely not leaving these markets. No way, no how. Bear markets are where the big money is made. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts on this situation. Do you think 9.1% is going to be the peak for inflation in the USA? Or are we getting our hopes up too fast? Is next month going to be worse? Let us all know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.